Alright, what we got today, we got a special treat for you. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one of the best spray guns that you'll ever buy for your money. Now this spray gun, you can paint primer, you can paint sealer, you can paint base coat, you can paint clear coat. It's an overall work machine is what it is. This thing is a workhorse, people. And if you look behind my shoulder, this is what we're talking about right here. We're talking about the Harbor Freight Central Pneumatic 32-ounce Siphon-Feed Spray Gun. The green one. The green one. One more time. The green one.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So I've done a video on this spray gun already, but I don't think I showed it in action, and that's what I want to do here. I'm painting a bumper cover on a 2020 Dodge Challenger, and I'm going to use this spray gun for the base coat and the clear. Now we've already got the sealer applied. We're going to go ahead and spray everything else with this gun here. Now I want to go over this with you. It's a 1.8 nozzle size. Do you see that? Suitable for low velocity paints, lacquers, enamels, stains, urethanes. This thing, if you really need to, you can actually spray Evercoat G2 feather fill. That's how confident I am that this gun is worth the $40 that you're going to pay for it. So let's go over the back of the box before we actually bring the gun over here and introduce it to you. It's suitable for what I just told you, ergonomic knobs, who cares about that shit? It's coated aluminum body, so what? I don't give a crap. Lightweight aluminum construction, that's great. Long life seals, that's true. Not recommended for latex paints, which are water-based. That's basically all it says on here. Quick, easy cleanup, 1.8 nozzle, we've been through that already. So yeah, there's your box. Okay, in the trash it goes. We don't need the box anymore. Let's move down the line. What we got here is this, people. This is our spray gun. On the back of it, what do we have right here? We got our volume control. This is going to allow us to put it on super thick or put it on very light. It's got a lock right here. This is our lock. Once you set it, lock it. This is our pattern up here. I'm going to show you that. When we get our paint in the gun, we're going to look at the pattern that we got. This pattern is super wide. Another thing about this spray gun that's very important is when you're spraying metallics, this gun will spray that paint down so perfect, it will atomize with no streaks. It won't have any tiger stripes, blotchiness, anything. But you will have to remember one thing. You've got to use the right reducers that match the temperatures with your paint to proceed to have a perfect paint job. The gun cannot do everything. It's still up to you to make sure that you mix that paint properly, and I'm going to show you that. What's up with the nozzle? Not really nothing. It's your basic bullshit nozzle, 1.8, ready for fucking action. It says right here, 45 PSI max. That's at the gun, not at the wall. We're going to set ours at the wall at approximately 55, 58. By the time that travels through the 50-foot hose, gets to the gun and up in the gun, it's going to be around 45, 47, 47, 48. There's nothing else I can tell you about it. It's a nice gun. It's a gun that is usable. We got a air volume down here. Now, if you don't want to adjust it at the wall, you want to adjust it at your gun, you can do that right here. I leave mine wide open. I adjust everything at the wall with my regulator, and that's how I spray. So I've already basically set my gun up. The only thing I got to do is set my pattern. I like to have my volume open just a little bit more than normal so I can use my hand, because this is a variable volume control here. One more thing I like about this gun, let's go ahead and look at that, is it's got the plastic retainer so you don't get drippage out of your spray gun. That really is a very good option, okay? So, what are we talking about, Pete? You said something about paint. This paint's already mixed, ready to spray, but what we got to remember is the temperature that we're spraying in. Now, when it comes to a metallic paint, and this even goes for solid colors, if you use a fast reducer thinking, I'm going to get the job done faster, you're wasting your time, you're bullshitting yourself, and you're sticking it in your own fucking ass. What you need to remember is the reducer is what makes the paint atomize properly. So we're not going to use fast reducer because it's approximately 60 degrees outside. It's about 55 in here. By using the medium reducer in a cooler weather, it's going to give it time for the paint to literally atomize, flow out, and lay down like it's supposed to. If you use too fast of a reducer, it's going to shock, going to dry, and you're going to get streaks and blotches and everything else. So it's always a good rule of thumb, we might say, to make sure you're using a good temperature reducer that's going to let the paint dry at a slow, even pace to make all the metallics blend out. Did you see how, watch it. Do you see how that's doing that? Look at my fingers. If you use a fast reducer, this is what it does. The metallics don't do this. They do this. Bam, 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 bam. One more thing that you do want to remember when spraying is always use a filter to filter your paint, just like that. And another thing is make sure that you measure it and calculate it just like the manufacturer says on the reducer. Another thing you might consider, if you live in an area or possibly your air compressor is an old piece of shit, you might want to use this product right here in it, which is called Fisheye Eliminator. So we got our paint in the cup. Let's go ahead and close it down. This is a siphon-feed gun. I'm not going to bullshit you. It sprays like an HVLP, but it lays the paint down and handles like a siphon gun. It's a good gun. It balances in your hand well, and it works for left or right hand. It doesn't make shit what the fuck you are. Whereas when you get the HVLP high-end guns, they're normally made for a right hand because all the controls are over here. So when you go to use your left hand, your finger always hits that knob right there and fucks you up. But we're going to go ahead and take this gun. We're going to go over there. I'm going to set the pattern. You're going to watch that, and you're going to see me spray this bumper cover, and you're going to see the beautiful job that this thing does to make everything work right. applied one full wet coat onto our bumper, and I want you to look at this. Look at that. That's some heavy, heavy metallic, believe it or not. And the automation on this thing is awesome. The overlaps, perfect. Everything just flows out really, really nice. You saw when I put it on what it looked like. We had dry, dark spots, light spots. But the gun proved to be a winner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply 2 more full wet coats of paint. I'll get 3 full wet coats of clear. And then we'll take a good look at what our $39 Harbor Freight Siphon gun does for us. Let me finish this out and we'll be back. Bam! 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 Alright, we went ahead and applied our 3 coats of paint. I'm now going to go ahead and proceed. I'm using the same spray gun. I'm not changing anything. I got the settings exactly the same as they were. I'm going to go ahead and apply 3 full wet coats of clear. Well, here we go. Here's the finished product. We're ready to put it on the car and be done with it. But look how beautiful that came out. That is a winner right there. That's a show winner paint job. No buffing. We don't need to detail it. We don't need to do anything. And it's all because of our Harbor Freight $40 spray gun. And there's the cars going on right there. And just to let you know, the gun that I used to spray that bumper cover with, I just got done spraying the primer on this Jeep body with that spray gun. So it's a universal spray gun. You can use it for anything and everything, and it works great. We even went ahead and primed the dashboard of the Jeep. Came out awesome, all with our $39 spray gun. Did I show you the steering column that I primed as well? Yeah. Look how smooth it laid that primer down. You can't ask for any more than that. So the next time you're looking to buy a spray gun, don't waste your thousands and thousands of dollars on top name brands. Check out the Central Pneumatic 32-ounce Siphon-Feed Spray Gun for $40. And don't forget to get the warranty. Well worth it. Well worth it. Right there.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.